And there you go. We are calling this a Rockin' 80s mashup. Tuning flat. It's obviously an 80s and 90s. We've got some Steel Panther in there. Compilation. CVT lesson for a student. Like I said, we're tuning flat on this. And I appreciate that you gave me a little freedom. You know, it's tough to do because you got to think about beats and how things are going to connect in together. And I did a few little tricky things down around the Megadeth, Metallica, and acdc Joan Jett section. So let's jump in. Starting with Iron Maiden, the Trooper, 7th fret on the A string. Now I picked flat for the tuning. A lot of them were standard, but some were flat. I think Steel Panther was one that was flat, but we had to pick a tuning, so this is what we went with. So we're going 7 on the A, 3rd finger, pick 3 times, pull off to 5, and then pick the 7E. So it sounds like this. Same beat concept, but 5-4 on the A, pick, 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 pull off to 4, and then 5E. So we have same thing that you did here, a whole step flat, which puts you on 3-2 on the A string, 3-3-3, pull to 2 to 3E, and then finish it off with 5A, 5D, 5A, 7D. Still like a knuckle shift, like. And when you go back to, you'll see 2nd, 3rd, and 4th time from stars. So we eliminate one of the 7s because we're playing it at the end. But that is going to be 4 times of this. You know what I mean? That whole thing is 4 times. You wanted the first couple parts, so the next part in that, the melody is 8-7 on the B. You're going to go pick, pick, hammer 8, pull 7, hammer 8, pull 7, hammer 8, 7E, 8B, 7B, hammer 8, pull 7, hammer 8, pull 7, hammer 8, pick the 8, 9G twice. So let me play that a little slower. And we end it with 7-8GB and 7-9G. So here it is up to tempo. So that whole thing goes 4 times. 4th time, no star. That's stuff that you need your tabs for. That leads right into Judas Priest Electric Eye. And we're going to take the 9th fret off of the end of Maiden. Instead of playing the 9G, we're going to let that be the downbeat of Priest, which will be open 2 EA. And then we're going to pivot between open E, 2D. And there's some pinch harmonics all along these D string notes. Open 2, open 4, open 5. So, and we're going to repeat that and change our bass note. Instead of an open E, it's a 3A. 1 time rest again, and then we do our same melody. 2D, 3A, 4D, 3A, 5D, open A is going to start the next one. So our second one is, next one is exactly the same, but we're substituting the 3A with an open A. So we have and then 2A, rest, hit it again, 4D, 2A, 5, 4D. Now that one's a little different. And that we're going to do 4 times. Okay, from there we move on to page 2. Let's get page 3 and 4 up here. And that leads into Steel Panther. Death to all but metal. And so this is more of a halftime groove here, but it fits. Open E, here's the riff, and you're going to do that 3 times. So open, rest, open, 3, half step bend. Half step is a 1 fret bend. Then go open 1, open A, and then grab that 3E again and do a half step bend 3 times. And then to finish that riff, it's open A, rest, 1, 2 A, to 2D, 1, open A, 3E, half step bend. That finishes off after the 3 times. So you have, so we're going to go all of that 2 times. The 2nd time, no star. In other words, we're going to take off this the 2nd time, and in place of that, we're going to do a setup to lead into Crazy Train. And so all we're doing there is open, open, 2, 3, A, D, G, B, and then open E and B, leading into this. Alright, so palm mute the open A, down, up, and then 222 DGB. If you get that concept, you're going to repeat it but change the chord to 6-4-5-7 DGBE. Once again, but scoot it back a whole step and don't add the 5E, just 4-2-3 on the DGB. And then back to the first one. Then we go 4E, and then open 2-2 ADG. That's the first one. Okay, here's the second one. Instead of going, we're going to do double pull-offs, 4-2 open on the G, D, and A. And I used to practice that on all the strings, or in twos. Cool little riffs you can do with that. And then you're going to go back and do the first two that we did. That's our third time, and the fourth time we're just going to go like this. End off the 2-2-2. And that's going to lead us into Motley Crue Looks a Kill. Palm mute open A twice, 7-9 DG, and you're going to do that 2 times. Repeat it, but go open open to 5-7 DG. So we have, and you're going to do this twice too. And then open open palm muted 5-7 DG, slide to 4-6. That's going to be played 4 times. Palm muting just the A. At the end of the fourth one, move it to 3-5 DG, let it ring. And our next song is Yngwie Malmsteen with I'll See the Light Tonight. The toughest one probably out of all these. Open 5-3-2 open on the A. This is alternate picked. Actually, when you pick this, go down and then start again with the down and alternate pick. So it's, and then 5-3-2 open on the D. So 7-10 DG. Palm mute the open A, alternate pick, down, up, down. Well, actually, it's 4 times. Down, up, and then 7-9 DG. Once again, palm muted, alternate picked A string, down, up, down, up. So it's, you do that 2 times. Second time on the 7-9 DG, we'll vibrato it, and then start it over. That's gonna go 3 times. Two 1 AE vibrato, 5-4 AE vibrato, 3-2 D, 6-5 DA, so, and then hit the 6D, slide to 9, 8A, and then this links in, it flows into a Megadeth Symphony of Destruction, so it's palm mute 3-5 EA and 1-3 EA, so, and then 1-3 EA, and then open 2 twice. Do it again. Palm mute 1-3 EA and 3-5 EA, and back to 1-3 EA, palm muted. So it's, so when you go back, then it's 1-3, open 2 twice. And what I did was play a little tag with Metallica Inner Sandman and threw this in after it on the first and third time. So 1-3, slide to 3-5, palm mute open E, all this is palm muted, 2-4, open E, 2-4, 3-5, 2-4, 1-3, and then you're starting the Megadeth riff over again. And this time we just leave a rest there. The third one is this. Fourth one. And you'll go to the open 2, and then hit it again, but it's actually starting Inner Sandman. Open 2 EA, open E, 5 slide to 7 on the A, 6 5 E. You're gonna do that 3 times, which is. And then this part, 3 5 EA. And all the palm muting here that we did earlier. Start it over. And then that leads you into this. Your second time through. Open 2 EA. Slide from 15E. Descending into dokken when heaven comes down. 7-9 AD. 3 open E's palm muted to 7-8 AD vibrato. So it's. And then 3 open E's palm muted. You're going to do that twice. So. And then the next one, start it over. Up to the 7-8 vibrato. And then palm mute open E, down up, and slide 15 to around fret 5. You don't hear the end of the slide, but and then natural harmonics 5-7-5 B, 5 E, whammy bar. And then you start it over. And then this time, instead of the harmonics, we're going to go 2-3 A, 5-2 EA.